I don't know, 73 or something. It said everybody's here, but there's so many fish here, it doesn't matter. So if you want to join me, stop whatever you're doing right now and get out here. I'll meet you at the first hole. We've been blessed with some great weather, have tons of hookups. We're just going to enjoy the day and see what happens. I really want to target some bigger fish, but you never know. It's just fun to get out and catch some big fat fish. I mean, it's just that type of day. Crossing the bridge to paradise. I saw a few guys on the way in, real nice people. Said there's a bunch of people here, but I guarantee you there's more fish than people here. What we're going to be using today, the streamer. That one my wife tied. Echo, 10-foot, 3-weight. This will be the end of the first hole. We're going to start way down here, and the water flows this way. We're going to work our way up. You're nymphing, if you can, it's best to walk up because the fish are looking up. Pretty unfortunate there. There's a dead fish in the water. That happens. Another thing that happens is that mono comes out of that reel like right here and wraps around. I'm gonna throw it upstream and say hopefully it can get pretty deep. That water's moving. And then we'll just hold it tight and let the water push it up here. Just had a grab here. I was jigging it in. Looks like a nice brook trout. I got a really good hook set on him, so he shouldn't go anywhere. We should get this guy. He's pinned pretty good. All right, guy, relax now. Come on now. It's not a small fish. So basically I was stripping that in a little faster. I threw to the right of me and he kind of hit it right in this dead water. These fish are just so strong, especially in that current. There we go. That ain't bad for our first fish. Doing is fishing on the other side of that seam over there where that water gets a little calm to the bottom here. We're just gonna let it swing. Switched up to this. I don't even know if you can see that on there. GoPro's not great for that, but I wasn't really getting down. I watched that last drift with my streamer and I feel like they're sitting up in here a little bit now. And that streamer just wasn't cutting through the water as quick as this nymph should. And if need be, I'll add another one. Yeah, it seems like we're still up above. Ooh, did you see that pretty fish come up? I don't think we're getting where I want to go. You can judge your line, your sighter, the angle, the belly. You can, there, now we're deep right here. You can kind of fish straight up and down. You can see it going slow. You know you're on the bottom there. But there's one. Like I said, they're just hugging that bottom. And that streamer was good for an active fish. But we want to get to all the fish. And to do that, even the ones that, you know, aren't really feeding will take a nymph if it's in their face. So basically we got to the bottom that time. Was able to coax one into taking it. Just got to pay attention to your sighter, the angle that it's at, and how fast it's going through the water. That can tell you a lot about how deep you're getting. And this water's a little deeper here, so I figured we weren't hitting the bottom. So I caught him on this seam. Now, if we want to fish out there, we're going to have to add another nymph for weight. Like I said, I don't carry split shot. I don't do competitions or anything. This is a pretty fish. But I was taught by a guy that does competitions, and I just agree with him on when you add split shot, you kind of defeat your purpose of staying in contact with your flies. There we go, and that's a, I don't know if I'd call him 20 quite. I say 19 fish. It's probably I'd give him 18 maybe. Mono line. comes out really easy. It's nothing I can do about it. All right, so now I want to fish deeper. So I added that nymph I was using as my top. And then down here, I have another nymph. Both pretty heavy beads, 3.5 mil. Basically, just using the top one as added weight, but you could also catch fish on that. I want to fish a little bit deeper out there into that faster water, and the only way to get down and be productive is just to get the flies down quick as you can. So right there, they're down. Oh, that might have been a rock, but that's a good sign. You're hitting bottom. You got to tick the stick, right? And there he is. I said we wanted to get deep, but with that one fly, we just weren't able to. So you can add split shot, like I said, but I think it's counteractive to do that, because when your split shot hits a rock, you're gonna stop. But I just feel like you stay in contact with your flies a lot easier just by adding another nymph. And he may have taken the top one, or I don't know. So you're really fishing 2 columns also. This guy's actually pretty big, so it may take me a minute. If he gets below us, he's on the other side over there. Let's get some line in. Woohoo! Sunny 75, cold water, and fighting fish. I don't know what else you could ask for. Oh, he busted me off. So there's another thing you can do to get deep, and that's to change your line diameter. I just got snagged and lost 4 flies, so I'm not fucking tying 2 more on. But I just tied this last night. It's pretty heavy, and I went with 4 pound this time. I was using 6. Can definitely get away with 6 because the water's dirty, but we're gonna go with 4, and that allows that nymph just to get down a little. It cuts through the water easier. All right, back to 2 flies. I just don't think 1 fly is gonna be heavy enough, even with the smaller diameter line. I could just tell by my sighter, I wasn't really getting a good drift. My sighter kind of was just hanging and having a belly in it. And when that happens, that fly is not right. See, I don't know if you can see that on there, but how straight that is. It's because that fly is heavy enough to stay on the bottom. There's something in the water here. It's really fucking pissing me off. So this is really tough to drift this, because the water here is just pushing us right at, there's a snag. I think it's a tree like right in here, and there's just no way to avoid it. I'm just gonna keep losing flies and this fucking bullshit about this. Just shitty luck. There's a tree in there. I lost 8 flies. There was a ton of fish in there. That pisses me off. We can't fish it though. And I'm wondering if that's not how that one snapped us off. I thought it was me. I always blame myself when I miss a fish, but he may have taken us into that tree. So I lost, 8 flies there. So we're gonna move downstream. Okay, so as I'm walking down the creek here, I can see a fish. There he is, he grabbed it. I was just walking down through here and I saw a couple fish sitting here. I just put it in their face. Maybe a foot. Not a big fish at all. But we learned that if we put it in their face, they're gonna hit it. That was the second fish I saw. And he grabbed it as well. I wanted to sink deep, so I'm just holding on to it, swinging it, and then when it straightens out, just jigging a little bit. I usually sit over here, like right under this tree, see if we can get one to come out. So I did end up hooking up under this tree. As I was walking over it, I was just jigging under it. I didn't have the camera on because I was crossing the tree. So, and he took us right under there. That's great. Nope, we got him out. Now let's try it. This is gonna be tough. I'm too fucking lazy. I don't want to go over the tree. Don't do that. No. We're gonna have to go this way with this fish. Here we go. I'm gonna get him away from the tree a little bit. All right. It's not a little fish, but it's not really big either. Whew. Not at all. It's hard to show you them. You know, when you're If I get a big one, I'll let you see it, but we're hooked up. Streamer just drifted it down through the middle. I just threw right in here and he hit about here right when it got to the bottom. I don't know, call them 16 inches maybe. Yeah, 16. You know what? We're not lifting them up. There he went. It's a brook trout, I believe. And you know, these fucking floats do that every time. He broke the hook. You gotta be kidding me, it wasn't even that big of a fish. This is the shit I'm talking about. Like, this happens to me so often with, I'm not gonna say the name of the company I got the hooks from, but it happens so much. It just, oh, it's so frustrating. I think we jibbed. No, he's in the mouth. I thought we had him foul hook there for a second. Just gonna get him over here. There we go. Nice one. Decent fish. There we go. There he is. That's a nice brook. That is a nice brook trout. Might be the fish of the day. Not the biggest, but being that it's a brook trout, it's probably 17, I would say. That's a nice fish. There he is. Right where the other one was. Right out of his mouth. It's like I'm not getting the drift out of it. There we go. There, he hit it. Another 18-inch bow probably. I said, you just got to get deep. They're out there, but the surface current is a lot faster than the underneath. So once you cut through the first foot or two of the surface current, you can get down to where they are and just keep it right in their face. There you go. There he is. There he goes. So we're throwing up into that fast water there, and we're cutting through it, letting it sink, and then like we're just sitting right in there. So we're throwing here and fishing underneath it. If you had a float on, or I don't know, if you had a float on, I don't think you could fish it as well, I should say. I'm just holding tight, waiting for any type of sensation, any grab, that sighter line to move, stop, anything. There's a good drift. I like that. There he is right there at my feet, damn near. As long as you get deep, you can get them. That's the only thing I'm doing is I have a heavy fly on here. That jig is pretty heavy. There we go. Let's get his head up. Yeah, and that popped out too. And there he goes. We're gonna switch up to a nymph after this streamer because I feel like there's a lot more sitting in there. Back to the 2 flies because I need the added weight. Squirmy and like a type of caddis. There it was. First or second drift on the 2 nymphs. I knew there was more fish here. They just stopped hitting the streamer or got used to seeing it. That's on the bottom fly. I saw the caddis or whatever on the top. So he has the squirmy in his mouth. Oh wow. Oh wow. And let's try to get him now. Are they ready? No. Close. We got him now. You know, you're fishing the bottom fly. The top fly is for there he is for weight, but you're also fishing the top section of the water column. That's a pissed off fish. So, I mean, I ran the streamer down through here, and they turned off to that a little bit, used to seeing it. So I then went to the squirmy. And when that slows down, I'll try maybe a mop as my bottom fly. I'll just keep pounding through here. Get his head up. Get his head up. There it is. Got him. Another, I don't know, 17-incher. There's a fish. Right along that rock. He doesn't feel big at all. We want a monster, but it's fun to catch a lot. Missed him. And we popped right out. Wormy, I think. And that's why my buddies at fish competitions won't use the squirmy anymore. Nope, both things are there. What happens is the fish will get some of this in its mouth, and from what I understand, they can't digest it. And a lot of the comp guys won't even use squirmies anymore because of that, which, you know, I guess I can respect that, but they catch fish. maybe for wild fish I wouldn't use it if that's the case, but there's another one. They're just sitting right there. Oh, there's a giant just was swimming right next to me. That's the one we came for, that giant. Popped right out again. That's a pretty fish. There he is. All these fish are on the squirmy, but without that top fly, I'd never be able to get down in that fast water. This squirmy. Let's see if he can pop it out too. Another one. It's Adam. Come right here. This is like my, dude, I've been pounding them on a squirmy worm. Another one on the squirmy. Back to the depths you go. So my buddy just came with his wife. I'm gonna let her hit this hole. Let her have some fun. There he is. Pretty colored fish. Got me. There's a nice one. He's not as big as I thought. That's a big one there. Squirmy again. And I think that gives us the trifecta. Rainbow, brook, and I think this is a brown. I don't even think he knows he's really hooked yet. No. This is going to be a tough one to land. Ready yet. Not huge, he's probably 21. Big for sure. I think he's about done. Got that 3-weight bent over. I hope he's ready because I am. Let's try it. Yep. That's a big fish. That's a big boy. All right, well, that's gonna about do it for us. Wrap it up there. I got the big fish I wanted. So that was fun. It was a good time. Squirmy worm was just pounding it. And today, I kind of just showed you like how to hit the hole. Like when you want to fish the slower water, you can use one nymph. And usually I only use one. But whenever you want to get deeper, don't add a split shot, in my opinion. You just takes you completely out of contact with your nymphs. Just add a nymph, and you're essentially fishing 2 nymphs then. Just keep them about 18 inches apart. Oh, and just keep it tight, feel for the bottom, and when something looks weird or feels weird, set the hook. Met some cool people out here. And you know, just enjoyed the day. So until next time.